Did you know that the United States gives Rwanda over $3.8 billion TIA in military aid to Israel every year, more than it gives to any other country? Or that the U.S. supported the idea of Israel before the country even existed? Why does this alliance matter so much? And how did two countries, thousands of miles apart, become such close partners? Let's break it down. Welcome to Speed Reads, where we break down powerful books and the stories shaping our world. Today, we're exploring one of the most important partnerships in global politics: the relationship between the USA and Israel. The beginning. How it all started. To understand this powerful friendship, we need to look back to the end of World War II, when the world had just seen the horrors of the Holocaust. Over 6 million Jews were murdered by Nazi Germany. In 1948, the modern country of Israel was officially created not as a homeland for the Jewish people. The United Nations voted to divide the land of Palestine, then under British control, into a Jewish state and an Arab state. Just 11 minutes after Israel declared independence, the United States recognized it. That fast decision came from US President Harry Truman, who felt it was the moral thing to do, and also knew it would be popular among American voters who supported the Jewish cause. But even though the U.S. supported Israel's birth, the two countries weren't best friends right away. In the early years, the U.S. tried to balance its relationship with Israel and oil-rich Arab nations, like Saudi Arabia. The U.S. gave limited military aid to Israel during the fast 1948 Arab-Israeli War and other early conflicts. So what changed? The turning point. How the relationship grew. The real shift happened in 1967, during the Six-Day War. Israel fought against Egypt, Jordan, and Syria, and in just 6 days, it won a major victory and took control of key areas like the West Bank, Gaza, and East Jerusalem. This victory shocked the world. Israel proved it was a powerful military force. The U.S. noticed something important. Israel could be a strong ally in the Middle East, a region filled with conflict, oil, and Soviet influence. During the Cold War, when the U.S. and the Soviet Union were competing for power, many Arab countries were supported by the Soviets. So, the U.S. saw Israel as a reliable partner in the region. In 1973, during the Yom Kippur War, Israel was attacked by Egypt and Syria. This time, the U.S. launched a massive airlift of weapons and supplies to help Israel survive. It was a bold move that showed the world the U.S. was standing firmly with Israel. From that moment, their partnership became deeper, not just politically, but also in terms of weapons, intelligence, and technology. What the USA and Israel get from the alliance. Let's break it down simply. Why do they stay so close? For the United States. Strategic military partner. Israel helps the U.S. keep an eye on the Middle East. It provides valuable information, intelligence, and a base of support in a region with many enemies. Democracy in the Middle East. Israel is one of the few countries in the region with a democratic system, elections, freedom of speech, and independent courts. That makes it easier for the U.S. to cooperate. Tech and innovation. Israel is known as the startup nation. It produces new technologies, especially in cybersecurity, weapons, and health. Many of these are shared with or sold to the U.S. Public and political support. Many American politicians, religious groups, and communities, especially evangelical Christians, strongly support Israel. That has a big impact on U.S. elections and policies. For Israel. Military aid. The U.S. gives $3.8 billion per year to Israel, mostly for defense systems. For example, the Iron Dome, which shoots down rockets, is partly funded by the USDA. Diplomatic protection. In places like the United Nations, the U.S. often uses its veto power to block resolutions that criticize Israel. Advanced weapons. Israel gets access to American weapons, fighter jets, and military training. Global backing. When tensions rise, with Iran, Palestine, or other neighbors, Israel can rely on the U.S. for backup. Challenges and current situation. While the friendship is strong, it's not without tension. In recent years, there's been more debate, especially in the U.S., about how far the support should go. The biggest issue is the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Many people around the world, including in America, believe the U.S. should do more to support human rights for Palestinians. Others argue the U.S. should stay loyal to Israel no matter what. Some U.S. politicians, especially younger members of Congress, have spoken out against giving unlimited support to Israel. They ask tough questions. Should American tax dollars support wars in Gaza? Is the U.S. still seen as neutral in peace talks? At the same time, Iran-Mad remains a major concern for both Israel and the U.S. Iran supports militant groups that threaten Israel, like Hezbollah in Lebanon and Hamas in Gaza. Also, new global powers, like China and Russia, are trying to influence the Middle East. This makes the U.S.-Israel bond even more important in the eyes of many leaders. In 2020, under President Trump, Israel signed peace agreements with countries like the UAE and Bahrain through the Abraham Accords. The U.S. helped make these deals, which improved Israel's ties with the Arab world. But conflicts continue. The world is watching closely, and the U.S.-Israel relationship is being tested like never before. Why this alliance affects the entire world. This isn't just a private friendship between two countries. Their alliance influences global politics, wars, peace talks, and even markets. Here's how. Wars in the Middle East often involve or impact both the U.S. and Israel. Oil prices can change based on conflict or peace in this region. Technology from Israel, including water-saving tech and medical devices, gets exported worldwide, often through American companies. UN decisions are shaped by how the U.S. votes, especially when it comes to Israel. Terrorism and security. Strategies often involve joint U.S.-Israel efforts. So, when these two countries move together, or apart, the whole world feels the impact. Final thoughts and call to action. So, why are the USA and Israel allies? Because of history, strategy, shared values, and mutual benefits. This friendship is based on trust, support, and common goals. But it's also challenged by changing world politics, rising public debates, and ongoing conflicts. Whether you agree with the alliance or not, there's no doubt it's one of the most important relationships in modern history. And it's not going away anytime soon. If you love clear explanations of global events and big ideas, subscribe to Speed Reads. And let's keep learning together. Thanks for watching.